feeling the body dropping in. And as you soften through the body, thinking about each element connected to the floor, through the spine rising up from the feet to the crown, just let every area melt into the shape of seated. And then we turn the attention to the breath. And as the breath flows in and out of the nose, we find this rhythm. A gentle, steady rhythm. Just taking the gaze softly to the lower triangle as you witness the red ball of light at the base of your spine. Witnessing roots as they grow deep into the core of the earth, finding their place, your place in this world, in this moment. Then journeying up to below the navel center to the sacral chakra, witnessing an orange ball, allowing the flow of our breath and the inner movement of fluids to guide us along a path of ease. And then journeying up further to the third chakra from the base, which is the solar plexus, the power center of the color yellow. Having the strength and courage to be embodied in your physical, mental, and emotional forms. And the intention for this practice is to really think and witness how we can bring these elements of earth, water, and fire into our daily life. To build a foundation and a practice that guides you inward, that nurtures you with everything that you need and gives you the courage to let go of everything that you do not. Good. Let's take a breath. Stretch the arms overhead. Reach the palms up in prayer, lengthen and then soften the shoulders, soften the body as you feel the energy coming down, pouring through the middle of your spine, through the pelvis, into the legs and out of the feet. Exhale the hands down and rise. Inhale, look up and fold the hands back, chin on the chest. Exhale, 2 more, breathe in, rise. And exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, rise. And fold the arms down, exhale, lower. Interlace the hands behind your back. As you roll the right ear to the shoulder, just allow the length of your neck. Keeping a gentle opening through the chest and then roll the chin over to the other side. Breathe into the neck, allow it to expand and open, then repeat to the right side, inhale, to the left side, exhale, to the right, in, to the left, exhale, and inhale on the left, and exhale to the right, in to the left, exhale to the right. Good, then come to center, chin on the chest. Gentle squeeze of the shoulders together as you lift the heart, lift the head. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin back to the chest. Release the hands to the floor. We're going to take a deep breath in and slowly roll onto the hands and the knees. Spread your fingers wide. Tuck underneath the toes and then sink the hips back to the heel. As you find the heels and hips close together, we just find a gentle rock here. Moving through the side body as you swing the ear around to the hip. Just waking up the back, grounding into the floor. So every time we move into a shape, we come to think about the red light at the base of the spine and our connection to earth. Glide forward, lower the forearms down, and then sweep the chin beyond the thumbs and take it back. Now as you move through this pose, I want you to think about grounding into the earth, but we find a fluidity through our flow connecting to the sacral chakra, to our water element, so that we learn to go with the flow in our life and to trust in something greater. Good. One more sweep of the hips back. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Keep the chin over your thumbs and then walk your knees back and lower onto the pubic bone as you send the chest forward and up into the Sphinx pose. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift the knees away from the earth and then find this rooting down into the earth. All right, then we're going to lower down on the exhale. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders. Moving into a twisted cobra. So as you breathe in, press into the right hand and lift the right shoulder. Look behind your right shoulder. Then exhale, lower down to the floor. Inhale, press into the left hand. Listen to your own spine. You're going to lower and come up to where it feels right for you. Rounding into the floor. Lift the right shoulder up, look back. Exhale, lower down. Press into the left hand. Inhale, look up. Beautiful. Exhale, lower down. Slide your hands forward. Interlace the fingers. Bring the palms to prayer with the index finger and thumb pointing beyond your head. Stack the two pinky fingers so they're not crisscrossed, and then rest the hands and arms to the floor. Now from here, you're going to lift your feet off the ground, just enough so that you feel the back body engaged. Ground the whole front body to the floor. We want to feel open but strong. Spread your toes. You're going to lift your feet up, keeping the knees off the ground if you can, and then exhale, lower the legs down to straight. Breathe in, up, feet. Exhale, lower down. Now if you've never done a hamstring curl, this is one. It is quite hard to keep the knees off the ground, so you're contracting the glutes and the hamstrings and then flexing the muscle. Let's do two more. Keep grounding. This is a very grounding posture to do. Lower down. One more. Squeeze the heels to the buttocks. Inhale, lower down. Then rest your head, rest your body, take a pause. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Slowly slide the hands under the shoulders. We're peeling all the way back to the knees and lifting the hips to downward facing dog. Good job. Okay, so in downward dog, let's take a few moments to pedal out the heels. Feeling the length of the back legs as you drop the heel towards the floor. Grounding through the feet and finding the fluidity of movement. We're going to start to invoke Ujjayi breath as we start to heat the body. So slow walk of the feet to the top of your mat. Breathe in, come up halfway, and then fold your head between your knees as you drop down. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Palms to prayer, we drop to mountain pose. Stretch up tall, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward to fold. Come up halfway, slide your hands to your shins, breathe in. Hands to the ground, step your left foot back to the floor, making a 90-degree bend in both knees. Inhale the arms up. Double over your mat if you need to. Now you're going to squeeze your buttocks forward. Tilt your pelvis up and feel this lengthening into the hip flexor here. And then lengthen up through the fingertips and breathe for 1. Squeeze the buttocks, soften the shoulders for 2. Draw the tummy back, lengthen through the fingers for 3. Exhale, drop all the weight into the earth through the foot and knee, 4, sorry. And exhale, bring your hands back to the floor, step into plank. Ujjayi breath to the ground, sounding all the way down. Roll the shoulders back, inhale to cobra, and back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Left foot steps forward, knee down, 90-90. Knees in a 90-degree bend, arms rise up. So you want to press down into your knee, tuck under your tailbone, pull up your navel. You really want to feel strong in both legs here. So we're getting a deep stretch to the hip flexor and grounding into our root chakra at the same time. Last 2 breaths. Take the gaze up to challenge your balance. Good. Bring your hands to the floor. Lift the back knee up. Step it forward. Inhale. Halfway up. Exhale. Bow your head down. Rise to stand. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Breathe in. Halfway up. Palms flat into plank. Straight away. Now, here comes the solar plexus. Ground through your feet. Push your heels away. Take a breath in. And exhale, swivel your feet to the right toes and drop your hip down. Then pull yourself back up to plank. Left side, hip down. Inhale, back to plank. Keep your tummy really active. 2 more times. Lower your right hip. Breathe, Ujjayi breath. Then lower your left. 1 more time to go, guys. You're doing great. Drop your right hip. Lift the hip back to plank. Drop your left hip and swivel back to plank. Then through your vinyasa, knees down, slowly roll the chest to the floor. Inhale, peel back for cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Deep exhale out. Inhale, look forward to your feet and step your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Rising to stand, breathe in. Palms to prayer, breathe out. Inhale, wimble the hands over your head. Tuck your tailbone, forward fold, exhale. Halfway up, hands to shins, shoulders together. Arms to the floor. Step your left foot back. Now you're going to bring your heels to a line and your feet facing forward into pyramid pose. Breathe in, come onto the fingertips and think about the right hip drawing back as you extend out of the crown. Then sweep your hands behind your back. Now I want you to think about your pelvis here for a moment. We are working on the root, the sacral and the solar plexus. 1, 2, 3, from the pubic bone to below the navel, above the navel. Pull all of those back up. Extend out of your head. Good job, 1 more breath. Exhale out. Then soften the front knee, press into the foot, raise the arms. Inhale. Exhale, swivel to the side of your mat, long length of your legs. Hands come in line with the shoulders. Okay, then hinge forward for the exhale. Shoulders and hips in a line, soften your knees. Bring your left hand underneath the face, right arm reaches up. Now we're rotating the body from the diaphragm. So you want to keep your hips flat. Exhale to the left side, left arm rises up. Then inhale to the right, twist. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. And exhale to the left. 1 more time, breathe in right. Then exhale left. Pause with the air on the left. Inhale. And then go the other way. Exhale right. Pull up your tummy nice and tight. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Bring both hands underneath the shoulders. Palms flat. Bend your knees. Drop your hips. So now we're going to peel the feet off the floor. You're going to lift the toes into the heels and then rock onto the toes, lift the heels all the way up. Lower the heels down, lift the toes. So I want you to feel the difference in dynamic. When you're in the heels, the hands aren't as pressed in. When you come into the toes, you're almost about to rise into a handstand. I say that with a giggle. That would be cool if we could do that, but even if we can't, it doesn't matter. Okay, press into your feet. Inhale, lengthen out of your crown. Tummy back, head folds. Exhale. Now you're going to walk over to the right foot, swivel the right toe to face the short edge of your mat. Inhale the arms up, overhead. Exhale, warrior two. Good job. Okay, so from warrior two, we're going to play around a little bit with opening up the hips. So you're going to stack the front knee on top of the ankle, lengthen through the fingers. Looking beyond your right middle finger. Lift the heel on the right foot off the ground. Gently lower it back. Inhale, heel off the ground. Pull your tummy in. Lower it slowly back. One more time. Lift the heel off the ground. Then tilt, bringing the elbow to the thigh as you come into extended side angle. It's light on this elbow, so it's there just for prettiness. Lengthen out of your fingers for one. For two, maybe drop deeper into the hip if it feels good. And three, reverse. Drop the heel, take the arms back. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1. And windmill hands to the floor. Take a vinyasa. Swivel onto the toes, step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. And back into down dog. Good. From down dog, take a pause. Grounding into the knuckles of your hands. Sending the heels down onto the floor. Slow walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway up. And fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Palms to prayer, exhale. Inhale, raise the arms. Hinge to fold, exhale. Come up halfway, inhale. Step your right foot back this time. We're coming into that pyramid pose. Heels in a line, toes facing forward. Breathe in, sweep the hands back. Pull up the navel. Pull back the left hip. Pelvic floor, all active through the root, the sacrum, and the solar plexus. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Reach your fingers back, so you're finding the elbows are drawing together a little bit here. Pull up the tummy. Last breath in. Good. Gently bend the front knee, sweep the arms up. Then we're opening up into Pasarita. Wide leg forward fold. Toes wide, in parallel. Inhale the arms. Palms to prayer, then hinge yourself forward over the legs. This time, sweep the hands through the backs of the legs. Turn the palms out and bring the hands behind your ankles so that the fingers are on the outer edges of your heels. Now we're going to press the weight in our feet to this pinky toe edge, but keep rooting the toes down. And then draw your head towards the inner thighs. Just feeling into the support of your legs here. Allowing the torso and the head to just sink down. Very grounding posture this. And let us find a little fluidity with the arms. So let's take the hands behind our back. Interlace the fingers, or to kind of bring the fingers one on top of the other and just hook them on each other. And then inhale, soften your knees and gently rise up halfway. Then exhale, fold. Straighten the legs as much as feels comfortable. Bend the knees, inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Lovingly pass the hands down into your ankles. You're going to come up halfway. And then walk your hands over to the left foot. Turn the left toes out. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. Warrior two. Exhale, left leg forward. Beautiful. Okay. So moving through that little heel lift. Ground into the front foot, lengthen out of the fingertips, pull the tummy in, lift the left heel up, and lower it down. Lift it up, and lower it down. Lift it all the way up, and hold it there as you take the elbow lightly onto the thigh and reach up through the fingertips. Long line of energy there on that right side. Stabilize your breath. Reach through your hands, strong in your legs. Good, then gently lower the heel down. You reverse your warrior all the way back. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, windmill, both hands to the floor. Pivot onto the back toes. You're stepping back to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, sweep forward to cobra. Exhale, take it back to your child's pose. And rest. Just allowing yourself time now to move fluidly through your child's pose from side to side. Noticing any tension anywhere, any residual energy in the legs. Good, 2 more breaths. Okay, so let's find a little bit of juicy flow here now. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. We're going to walk our feet to the center of our mat and then swivel to face forwards. Take your feet a little wider than the hips, toes turn out. And keeping the head low, so I kind of want you to close your eyes in this one. We're going to keep the hands near the floor so we can feel supported. We've got 4 core points of contact here. And like a bit primitively here, I want you to imagine that you can free move your body in any way, in any direction. So for me, I find coming in like a half moon pose, what am I saying? In like a semicircle shape feels quite good. Perhaps you'll sway side to side, maybe you'll go forward and back. But then start to move in a way that feels really juicy in your body. Closing the eyes, finding the flow of your breath and the movement and link the two together. Maybe your hands will stay on the floor. Maybe you feel like you want to start moving the arms. The eyes are closed. No one can see. So let us lose our inhibitions and lose ourselves through this movement. And then start to just maybe hum. Good, keep going. Maybe change the movement around. I'm sweeping my hands through my legs and just coming up a bit halfway. Feeling the fire begin to burn in my legs. And then if it feels good to do so, let us rise up and then fold down as if we are coming out of ourselves and rebirthing in this wild woman style. Letting our wildest side come out. Let's do a couple more movements, maybe some big, really expressive movements now. And then come to stand up and just take your hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's just find a little rotation. Drawing the right shoulder back, keep the knees soft. Just moving from side to side. Allowing that energy to fizzle. Good, inhale, raise the arms up. Palms to prayer and start to sink the hips down into a yogi squat. And then rise back up. Exhale, lower. Rise up one more time. And exhale, lower. Sink yourself into that squat. Bring your hands to prayer in the center of your heart. Let your shoulders go back as your chest glides forward. Just feeling into the ground. Big opening for our hip girdle. Maybe feeling a bit of heat in the body now, fire. Allowing that fire to transform us in whatever way we need to transform. Sometimes we might not even know it. But when we surrender what we think we need, we ask the universe to guide us in what we need, and we go with the flow. All right, you're going to bring yourself down onto the floor now. Take your feet wide. As wide as feels comfortable, don't go too wide. Good. Okay, so let's just start to stir the pot. I want to build a little bit more fire in the belly here. So we're going to invoke the Ujjayi breath of sound in the back of your throat. We're going to interlace the fingers, and you can be stirring whatever pot you like here. I don't know why I always think of a cauldron. We'll make a nice potion here together, you guys. Okay, so let's start to just swirl the pot around. You can go as small or as big with your circles as feels comfortable. Try and keep your hips, not your hips, your hands in line with the shoulders, so that just starts to build heat in the upper back. And then you are swirling. You can go fast. You can go slow. We're going to do 10 big stirs in one direction. As long as you can hear the sound in your throat, you're doing Ujjayi breath, which is great. Beautiful. So once we've done 10, we swirl the pot the other way. So our pot could be full of anything we want it to be, right? It could be a big pot of peace. It could be a big pot of patience. Big pot of courage. Hopefully you should be feeling the heat building in the hips. The heat building in the core and the shoulders, everywhere. Ready? Good, a couple more circles. Brilliant. Then bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Lift your head, lift your chest, inhale. And just slowly exhale, bow forward. Take the elbows and the forearms to the floor, hands stay in prayer. Bow your head. Give yourself some time now to be here, to be really connected to the floor. We've got a very big grounding pose, this one, okay? The hips are wide open, so we're moving into that sensual, that sacred space in our sacrum. And then a little bit of Ujjayi breath brings the fire back to the solar plexus. And it's in this moment where we feel grounded, feel connected, and we remind ourselves that we are strong, we are courageous, we are women. Take another deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Begin your journey back up to sitting. And you're going to take the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Okay, so moving into a side bend, we're going to slide the hand down towards the foot. Inhale the arm overhead. So start with our hand over the shoulder so that we can feel the expansion. You want to root the right hip and sitting bone into the earth and then lengthen up through the fingertips. Just allowing yourself the space here to be centered, to be open through your throat, through your neck, through your waist, through the side body, into the leg and hip. Good, then we're going to sweep the right hand behind your back. Take the hand to the lower spine. Bend this elbow on the left hand and just rest your head there for a moment. Allowing yourself to just be really soft here. Feel grounded into the earth. Feel connected to your sensation and experience of this pose. And then moving into that flow of breath. Last deep inhale. And slowly exhale, release the head from the hand, gliding yourself up to sitting. Amazing. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So left foot into inner right thigh, sitting bones are nicely rooted down into the floor, and then the right hand takes a slide to the foot. Left arm just stretches straight over the shoulder to begin. So this helps to weight down the left hip, hopefully you'll feel that. And then we want to just take some time to drop into the side waist. Feel this opening in the neck. Spread your fingers, see where the shoulder feels most content to rest down. There is an external rotation in this left shoulder, so we still want to keep drawing the arm back. And then turn the palm away, drop the hand to the lower back, and then bend this right hand and just rest your temple so that we can just melt into the shape. So the red root is into the floor. Our orange flow of the sacral chakra is symbolically linked to the flow of your breath. When we're breathing correctly and deeply, everything in our life just seems to be a lot less complicated. When we're breathing short and shallow and the heart rate is soaring, everything gets a little fuzzy. So let us remember in those moments where we feel disconnected to find the flow of your breath, to breathe deeply and really utilize the lungs. Even if it is only 5 to 10 breaths of that real mindful deep breathing, and then you get on with your day. And the more we become aware of this, the more we do it, the more we start to breathe like that in just a natural state without even thinking. Okay, last breath in, release the head and hand, slowly rise all the way up. Let us take it to the floor now. We're going to bring both knees into the chest as you roll onto the mat. Give yourself a little hug. Just finding time here to rock. Okay, so take both the feet up. You're going to find a little bit more heat in our tummy now. Solar plexus time. All right, so we've done this one before. This is a really nice way to build strength in your core. And it, on paper, it seems quite easy, but after doing a few rounds, we all know that it starts to get a little bit fiery down in our tummy. Okay, so the feet stack right on top of the hips. You can straighten the legs, flex the ankles to make it a little bit harder, or you can relax the legs where they are. The idea in this pose, though, is to really compress the lower back to the floor, which activates the muscles of our tummy really firmly. So we want to think about the muscles on the side of the waist, all contracting into the midline. Okay, so the midline is the main energy path where all our chakras sit, and everything comes to center. That's where we feel grounded. All right, so let us just squish the lower back down to the floor. Now remember, the shoulders like to tense up in this one, so your job is to keep relaxing this upper body. Every time you notice the shoulders tense up, relax the shoulders. Okay, now with the back squished down, we're going to take the right leg. Start to drop it down, just to where you feel you can't go anymore, and then squeeze it slowly back up. We're going to move slow with our breath. So the inhale takes the foot down. The exhale slowly brings it back. That's 1. Let's go. 2. 3. 'Keep moving. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Keep moving. Okay, so now we're going to do both legs. You might not go so far down, that's fine. If your lower back pulls off the ground, you've gone too low. 5, 4, relax the shoulders. 3, feel that burn. That's the fire we need in our life. 2, 1, and hold. 5, breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, 0. Knees to chest. Hands on top of the knees. Just give that tummy a little swirl. Rolling the knees around. Good job. Okay. Place the soles of the feet to the floor. Just lift your hips up. Move them over to the left and then bring both knees to the right. Right hand's going to rest on the outer left knee and extend the left hand away. Big breath in. Deep breath out. Lovely. And then both feet come back to the floor. Lift your hips up, swing them over to the right. Knees together, over to the left. Then the right arm reaches over as you just feel into that deep, relaxing twist. Or maybe it won't be so relaxing after the tummy has done that work. It might feel quite intense. Deep inhale. And then slowly bring your feet back to the floor. Okay, both knees into the chest once more. We're just going to rock gently from side to side. Excellent. Okay. Bring both feet to the mat. Slide the legs away from the body. Palms come up to face the sky. And take a deep inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, open the mouth wide and just sigh everything out. Letting go of tension anywhere in the body. Letting the weight of the legs just melt into the floor now. My legs are relaxed. My legs and feet are relaxed. Feel the whole right leg melt to the floor. Feel the whole left leg. My legs and feet are relaxed. Let the torso melt into the floor. Visualize the pelvic bowl with this long stacking vertebra spine up. Visualize the ribs, the shoulder blades, and all the body's organs and systems located in the torso. Take a deep breath in and exhale, relax. My torso is relaxed. My torso is relaxed. My back and tummy are relaxed. Now feeling into the hands, the wrists, the arms, and the shoulders. Feel your whole right arm and hand release. Feel your whole left arm and hand release into the floor. My arms and hands are relaxed. My arms and hands are relaxed. Now let your head and face release. Allowing your head to rest, your neck to surrender, and cheeks, your jaw and tongue, all completely relax into the floor. My head and face are relaxed. My head and face are relaxed. Letting go of all tension. Letting go of all thoughts. Taking a long deep breath in through your nose. And completely exhale. Emptying the lungs of every last inch of breath. And take another deep inhale. Slowly begin to move the fingers and the toes. Gently awakening your body. When you are ready, bring the knees one by one into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. When you are ready, roll over to your right side and slowly make your way up into sitting. We'll bring our hands together in prayer to seal and honor this practice. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat